What's up, you beautiful Redditors? Hope you're having a fantastic Friday. Welcome to the RNEWS morning show. And let's just jump into it. From r/politics, lawyers, Watergate reporter got Trump on tape admitting clearly impeachable offense. He has already been impeached once, and every week there is something he does or says that warrants a second, third, fourth or fifth impeachment. The problem with doing that is impeachments with no results, which is guaranteed unless you control 2/3 RDs of the Senate, could be a net negative. You're just giving the other side ammo that you're wasting resources on failed impeachments. Might as well focus on something that actually matters. I'm pretty sure that's what they're doing at this point. Pile these things up until after the election where, if he wins but the Dems get the Senate back, they can at least get a majority vote to be able to go through the impeachment process. Or, as I fear, they will steal the election and give us 4 or more years of the GOP running everything into the ground. Most unfortunate is that these failed impeachments then become precedent as something already defeated, making the claims against Trump and co impossible to keep fighting. We have a world war against climate change that needs to be dealt with yesterday. Instead, we are giving a blank check to pollution. I didn't think POTUS could be the enemy of the United States. But here we are. If he wins, it will not be just 4 more years of the GOP. Yes, this right here. I hope your dad wins. You misread their username, hide or pal, because they're coming for him. Trump is his own deep throat. You're watching the RNEWS show. From r/World News. Natural world being destroyed at rate never seen before. WWF warns as report reveals catastrophic decline in global wildlife. People just don't value flora or fauna outside of a handful of circumstances. Even cities destroy wetlands or forests for housing if those places don't contain exotic or rare species. Even the mundane animals are important and have value for humans, for inspiration and teaching us there is more to life than just our own societies. If we destroy the majority of the natural world, that will be the tipping point. Humanity will lose sight of what's actually important and will get caught up in the obscure, irrelevant nuances of society. Sounds like a bleak dystopian society to me. So, like our current situation. Can't Sting or Undertaker or that HH guy do something about it? I'm only 29 and maybe I'm just remembering things fondly, but I swear there's a significant difference in the amount of birds, deer, bears, snakes, basically everything between now and when I was younger. I really hope people start to understand how big this is. Where did the damn fireflies go? You're watching the RNEWS show. From r/News. South Dakota governor uses coronavirus relief funds for $5 million tourism ad despite COVID surge. A $5 million tourism ad for South Dakota. South Dakota and here. Everybody who lives here is either in the witness protection program or trying to kill somebody in the witness protection program. Tourism ads are counterproductive. It's a really expensive drone shot of Mountain Rushmore. I do it for half the cost. I do it for $1 less than you. I'll do it for a Klondike bar. What would you do for a coronavirus relief fund bar? Yay, but you're not tied in some way to the governor. Just give him half the other guy did. You know what, I'll do it for 10x the cost, but you can take a 75% cut. Now that's how you get a government contract. I was going to ask what South Dakota had to offer as far as tourism. Then yearned Mountain Rushmore is in South Dakota. Still don't think I'd go to South Dakota, especially not during a pandemic. The Badlands and the Black Hills are worth visiting. Deadwood is a pretty cool place. The Badlands, the Black Hills, and Deadwood. SD sounds like a blighted wasteland. And Devil's Tower is right around the corner if you like mashed potatoes. A Republican governor doing something shady, shocking. You're watching the RNEWS show. From r/News. Home Depot cancels Black Friday. I feel like retailers have already been doing this for years. Now they're just openly admitting it. Aside from a handful of doorbusters, I've noticed most Black Friday discounts seem to carry through to Christmas. Black Friday deals have been a joke for years now. Even Cyber Monday is trash now too. It is so easy to browse the internet for the best deal that you don't need to rely on these sales. IMO Black Friday and Cyber Monday were used to dump lower-end products prior to the next year's models coming in. Yes, Black Friday is like a shopping season these days. Sure, maybe you could have got a third-rate Sony TV for $50. But do you really need that? I mean, I can't afford a regular TV. Heck, I apparently can't even afford a third-rate Sony TV. You're not missing out, I assure you. Just try finding the HDMI cable to hook into the Sony, those are practically impossible to find. It's been Black Friday at Home Depot every day since COVID hit. They don't need the sales. Trust me. When all but vacation plans are cancelled, summer camps cancelled, festivals cancelled, sporting events cancelled, every family with disposable income have been pouring that unused money into home improvements, new deck, new roofing, that new tool shed, outdoor leisure, RVs, boats and of course TSLA calls. You're watching the RNEWS show. From r/politics, USPS removed 711 sorting machines this year, new court documents show. In written testimony and documents submitted Wednesday to a federal court in New York, the Postal Service's Director of Processing Operation disclosed the high number of removals, which is the most that occurred in 1 year of President Donald Trump's tenure and roughly double the machines USPS typically removes in a given year. So we conveniently chose a critical election year in the middle of a pandemic to double the number of machines removed. Sounds like election interference to me. You're watching the RNEWS show. From r/World News, Nova Scotia woman, trying to stop husband from medically assisted death, denied stay motion. The Supreme Court of Canada decided that medical assistance in dying is a constitutionally protected right. Christ, the man is 83 and COPD is a crap way to die. Let him go on his own terms if that's what he wants. As someone who recently lost someone very close in my life to a long, painful emotional 2-year downhill battle of cancer, this really hits home for me. We wish we had euthanasia as the suffering and pain is immense. We opted for home care, their choice, and it was the most exhausting thing I've done in my life. And I've worked 70-hour weeks in busy kitchens. I can only imagine how they truly felt. This is a very stubborn thing, though completely understandable, to do. Continuing the unwanted suffering of others for your own personal benefit is not in the interests of those suffering, both physical and mental. It hurts, but it's for the best. I honestly wouldn't wish my enemies to go through what I went through. That is, our health service. God love them though, to preserve life at all costs. Palliative care can only do so much. Be nice, guys. This is my opinion and the subject is still very raw. Not even sure why I'm saying this, to be honest. But it's out there now. And that's where we're going to end today's show. But if you like what you saw, leave a like. And if you want to see more of the RNEWS show, hit that subscribe button. As always, this has been the RNEWS show and I'll see you tomorrow.